I will take this seat from you. You will never understand. And that will be the end of your political career. I am telling you, because of you, what you and Samira did. And you know what I am talking about. That thing you people decided to do. I will make sure you will never enter parliament after 2028. You can say whatever you want to say. You can say you have the numbers in your constituency. You can say you are the controller of Efutu. You have all the numbers. May say what will happen to you in 2028 elections. You will never get over it. And that will shock you to the point it will be tough for you to walk from your room to your bedroom. After all these things, shall I tweet? Shall I tweet? Thank you. Hey, Ghana. Jack, Iguru, what's some gua? Shall I tweet? I perfumes the day then grandfather. Hey, grandfather, don't go there, sir. Oh, to say, hey, if I say perfumes the day, I can't sorrow. And you know that the similar you say. Sometimes, no, take we are not take that one. So, you know, video. All right, but when you might do this way, egg, but then you're refi, but still you're refi.
Once an neighbor, I do have been in a sentence. So, what we need to know, sir, video fans about command so share like a farmer woman. Faboso.
Osieni, good evening. Share Faboso Odieni. Osieni no. Osieni na nsem usa na we commentary bi. We share Real Madrid na horse she be. Osieni no. We commentary nyina. Na minimo Osieni, talented Osieni. But Osieni din kan talk am me ansa ma to bia ma. I said the one me kode nkoyi. Osi mi din kan talk am ansa ma to bia ma. Who din kan to bi ma me. Osia nipa nche. Osieni no. Ete Ghana de wo pe a channel sebio omuka eduane. One thing I like about Sieni or church say eduane pa organic food, and that's good thing about him. Eduane pa ubedi ema sebio unwato wa Ghana. And sometimes no eduane no a year senior etumi ebitumi de fa honde sa ho yare. I'm not approving some of the medications Sieni sometimes or prescribing on the platform so. But one home medications libi na normal fitting kwarabe nyina enim sometimes eduane bi wa otumi kyerɛkyerɛ apomden de manipa ene se ne boa organic food ni ade. I'm very excited about how Sieni is shaping up ekwadwuma Ghana for ekon edo ekua ene se ne ekwadwuma ama sebio yeni so enti unfollow Sieni a me wako pen the channel na nkasa din na mabeka che no follow the channel no or very educative things so hopa or chenko for se ne be ya obeyi ekua obetumi etumanken obekokoro ho se ne obetwitwa se ne aduane bi ko ene ade we need to have all this local content eboa Emasibio, yes, so you say if you will be ofie pa eboa. Into Sieni enso is going on a different level. We need to use social media sometimes to educate and also to disprove to people say ebia enye dwuma bia ye di na kire say ebia yanko school ana say ye ni bebia wotena en kire say yeso ye ntumi make impact ewo abrabom. Into Sieni so akire say be oyekuani a enye say enwurum na wo na ekwadwuma no krampo no obetumi de sebio ama nipa bi esua nyoma bebre wa nipa bebre esua efi Osieni ho a na nipa bebre no enim nti Osieni yebo abaso dwumade na wodi no koso ne di na boa Ghana na yeso yehu de ekoso ewefuom eduane ene se de ekọ ene se ne eboa amansan ene eduane pa ene emu apomuden ayebenya nti aya kyerɛkyerɛ eduane eboa ye se ne eboa ye wodi ni te eduane bi asebio bofro Adwa binini dear, me no can want some later. All right, thank you very much. Now, can't in Juma Honsam, and as you know, the NPP as a political party, no, Omo Mobile went to man create Juma. Muntia Assembly AfenyoMarkins aka. More NDC4 any mom, most of me grass grassroots near a Juma no eba take advantage. Now Muntia AfenyoMarkins and no Assembly waka. Or say Ghana needs job creators, not just job seekers. Government sector is choked. AfenyoMarkins, asem way or can ene. Or say abain ehia oma betume create oman kase dwuma. Enye omu pay dwuma. Abain to me fe dwuma biem. AfenyoMarkins asem onu obie na no ka kire NPP for ne Ghana for. Afe wo hu. Mami reading the statement in Yanchero. I say, Minority Leader and Efutu MP Alexander AfenyoMarkins has called on Ghanaian graduates to embrace entrepreneurship and innovation rather than relying solely on white-collar employment. AfenyoMarkins say, "Obeso kacha mo school for na moya graduates they say, Sa ma adwene ye mo se mo betumi nya adwuma office no aban ne adwuma bia ma mo office bia ose mo ankasa mo create mo adwuma AfenyoMarkins no obedi power 8 years onwe ende de o ka kire mo nipa 500,000 na nse mo ko apply adwuma mo nya na ogina parliament se agi musike di no ende o ka kire mo se mo kura mo pe office adwuma dodo mo nyina mo ko create mo adwuma na mo fam ko asese mo firi o AfenyoMarkins no asem na me ka kire wo no otuwa wo se MPP dwene wo ho. They don't care. They didn't have AfenyoMarkins in parliament. It is because Muntaka man protocol. AfenyoMarkins does not care about you. Efutu PDD and fano ho. Oh, when the asma obi na no catch graduates. Test confirm 8 years yan for mejuma and the Ghana for no man for mejuma for 8 years na aba peso na NDC abai epe kwan bi so afọ mejuma no. AfenyoMarkins say we graduate we school. Ope office atena. Monfam kwasi anko na munya den na ono AfenyoMarkins se munya den o se munyina mun kreti mu ankasa madwuma na aban ankasa entumi mfa adwuma AfenyoMarkins okona nim no. Don't rely on white collar jobs or say menya wa adwene se obema aban afo adwuma ni ho na wankasa se we graduate we and ekufo ado we graduate we and ekufo ado 8 years now to fear wankasa create wankasa wadwuma akwa we asama efiri na no a oka kire Ghana imebunu nne no efutu PDD afemate meka kire mo ana masore na mu di atem na NDC nipa 500,000 na mo fo obi adwuma otasma afenyo ka kire o se aban tumi fa adwuma bia mo fa nkwase anko no a so ya graduate one kasa create adwuma. And that was the mentality omo tena power for 8 years. Oh, and that's mo bi na no ka kire o. But we are going to parliament. I don't want for the 500,000 Juma. This is the same person. Makajam say, "Ope obi or dirty or politics ma or very foolish Ghana politician or Jimmy Pa. AfenyoMarkins." Now him there, yeah. Mama chowa there. Chowa there. And John Dramani Mahama na owa kwentum nyina na oye meetings. Obedru Ghana. And our friend security capos ni nyina immigration police military navy wa from nyina ba cabinet say opese oti bibia say and obi so nyina say what is really going on and nyina say Mr. President in a space of 4 years you betuma fa nipa only 12,000 security agencies ni nyina 12,000 pe betuma fa all because nipa ya beto no for the past 8 years no na na do dan kweku for adeba omiamo o man fa nipa bia. Right now, so there's no space. In fact, we need to start thinking out of the box because the youth out there, no, they are looking up to us to make sure, say, NppHQ no my to me. And I John Mahama catch them say, okay, initially a buy no, now you nim say a unemployment as sama na a wohod ni nim say a crazy sir. John Mahama in opposition admitted that there were a lot of young people who were not employed. But you see, Nana do dankweku for the MPP ni ba omiamo no because they were liars. They were not even telling us the raw truth. In fact, they did not employ anybody for the past 8 years. Now, what happened? And they say there was this backlog because of the introduction of the free SHSR. Now, omni exit plan no. Until they hid that secret. They never told Oman Kanje Ghana for say na emebru do Ghana omo for adwuma. Until John Mahama Asia the security capos ni nyina no. And also no. This is a national security threat, and that something needs to be done. In John Mahama, at the end of the meeting, no, and say President Mahama direct number of persons to be recruited to the various security agencies over the 4-year period be increased from 20,000 to 40,000 after meeting with heads of security agencies and interior minister. And John Mahama Shabo. Or see numbers now who you know. Na omaya madwene say come befa nipa between 12,000 to 20,000 no. And John Mahama Samira wakache interior minister any security agencies nyina say from end ekopim 2028 no I will say a fa imebunu 40,000 with their respective security agencies in Ghana. 40,000 because John Mahama the otidi odine ni hu ye no. Na onim se na na do dan kweku for na ba omiamo no damage omaye Ghana no na ono krampo no he was still underestimating the danger na omay we wom enti John Mahama Asia interior minister Muntaka any the security agencies in Periphery no this is never right. Enti John Mahama to one among or see adia eye aban bia nya bi da no oba beye. In the space of 4 years from now to 2028, you know, I will say a fa in Mebunu over 40,000 security agencies from police to military to fire service to navy or say here in Mebunu 40,000. This is a government that is thinking about you and I. This is a government that is trying to make sure it is not easy for a government to come in and say 40,000 from now to 2028, meaning averagely every year over 10,000 people. Every year, John Mahama said I was say interior ministry, no, efa nipa over 10,000. As somebody at all, no, but it was supposed to be 5,000 or less. And this is a man who is trying to create opportunities for young people in Ghana. Na sebio anka ba omiaba power, any Akufo-Addo ba power. And anka every year bia 8 years. Na anka omofa nipa 100,000 kra anka wahande. No. Anything that bia mitie NPP4 na omoka anything about unemployment. I may say, are you not ashamed? Ufo bi to say AfenyoMarkins PDD. Na ufo bi to say Patricia PJ in penifo mu 12 dwene. Na omutumi dina parliament to say ya ntiasie adenti nipa 500,000 ebe pray juma. Then you look at them to say na mo jimi. Are you not even ashamed to be in parliament today saying, say, I buy about 1 year and to me for nipa 500,000 ejuma? This is what I've been talking about. Majority of the people who were making noise when this issue about 500,000 people kope ejuma e nipa 5,000 pe de benya na mo kasa bebre no. This is a government that is always trying to find opportunities for the young people of this nation. Where abanya etnasi na adwene. Sir, Aban kase obefa nipa 40,000 ejuma. It means Aban is supposed to make sure say our money available to pay these people. It is not just saying the number. So Aban kase obefa mebunu 10,000 every year in the security service. It means Aban needs to create an avenue where he will be able to raise money to pay them. How is the government going to do that? It is through a prudent management of the economy. It is making sure say you better cut down unnecessary expenditure. It is to make sure say you may be a win here no aban enye inti nkwasiadia NPP ne Akufo-Addo no. This government is not going to do that. Inti we nya aban omunimu nyansa finance minister or yes smart obetumi move things around to make sure say they can make room, they can create room for some people to be employed. You will sit in a country and at the end of the day, young people will be piled up. And it's under Akufo-Addo, under Baumia, we do not get people being employed. And it's and the year pay nipa 5,000 pay, nipa 500,000 showed up. Now, and there, sir, announcement in by president, Ede sir, Ranbeto was say, a byway, this is what they have decided to do. Munti AfenyoMarkins. AfenyoMarkins say, Munti no.
The statement amounts to nothing. It still doesn't address the fundamental concerns we've raised. Look, according to the minister, 506,000 bought the forms. They've already paid some 220 Ghana cedis for the forms. After that, they've gone through this AI-generated aptitude test that has failed a lot of people. And then I was quoting 200,000, but the firm report said, minister said 105 people qualify for medicals. First of all, that number is questionable because there wasn't a fair system for qualifying people for medicals. So that is also another question mark. What it means is that some 400,000 people were denied the opportunity after the system had unfairly rejected them, after they had paid their money and traveled distances to have access to computer and then data to do that aptitude test. Now, with this increment, when I read the statement, the impression I got, in fact, the president is just adding 20,000, meaning that instead of 5,000 each year, they are now proposing 10,000 each year, making 40,000 for 4 years. But we're already in year 2, all right? Now, practically, what it means is that the 106,000 plus who have qualified for medicals, even if 20% should pass, the system cannot accommodate them because the system can only take 10,000. what becomes of the 90,000 is a question. Now you are going to take 1,600 Ghana cedis each for this basic medical test. Is that how much when you are going for?
You see, sometimes you ask yourself, say, I know what a damn no my boy and I say Jimmy no more Jimmy. Right now, or no or buy I went to make create juma. Or no buy I went to man for nipa 7,000 per juma. And the abound say over for nipa 10,000. They have shifted the goalposts. Right now, see, oh, Sasikana and go for the register, you know, and no more can want them. Aptitude test, you know, and no more can want them. The issue here is we want people to be employed. The government has still opened the net wide. And a lot of people are going to be employed on pay or say and the day. And then you ask yourself, say, we mono a Jimmy and I say a Dama and I say just at the end of the day, a moment to make create juma. A moment to make 10,000 create juma. Now this government is poised to at least employ 10,000 people every year. No, almost so and a crampo there and said that be encouraging. No, and for the registration. It's right now, no, and registration is here more. Right now, no, aptitude test to be on year. Right now, no, they feel say this is the second year. Now, how can you govern with such fools? How can you govern with such fools? Sankan kofo wemba power da. And Quebec say, okay, we mudie, yes, so much. These people have been in power for 8 years. And also Okasan, he could never even open his mouth to say, during our term, when we were in power, we employed 70,000 people. Also doing assembly. From the time the NPP started arguing or making noise about this recruitment, have they been able to mention the number, say, under our regime, we were able to employ 70 or 100,000 young people in Ghana? They have not been able to do that. Question anyway, on Tumingina platform, Jason can say, this is even less. During our time, during Baomia's time, we employed 60,000 young people into the military, into the security agencies. We employed 120,000. On Tuming make a figure because it was never possible. They couldn't do that. Now obia ba na se osa ebiem na odi nipa ne bi ka ho a o se o se let's talk about registration na nipa bi register ye. Oh, let's talk about aptitude test bia na enye fair. So you can see say they are not ready to help us to do what? To build this nation. They are not ready to help us to move forward. Anytime catch Ghana for say, and I was telling the NDC, you should not think say you want to govern, you want to please these people. Don't please these fools. You are not supposed to please the NPP. The NPP, they are not ready to help. They are not ready to think. They are not ready to create any. Jimmy, their job is to talk. Their job is to distract. Their job is to make noise. Now, a hole in the history of Ghana. This is the first time a government, about power, president to say, I want to make sure every year security agencies in Yafo nipa 10,000 in a year, nipa 40,000. In his 2 terms, nipa over 80,000 will be picked. Yes. In John Mahama's 2 terms, we know about 80,000 people will be picked in our security agencies, which is not a joke. It can even move to 100,000. For you to just come, me who say MPP ni be in parliament. Me who say MPP journalist or blogger be to me soraka say during our time in office for 8 years, we employed 60,000 people. It means they are foolish people. They are stupid. We are not supposed to take whatever they say serious. The NPP, the people in the party, they are foolish. They are stupid. They don't care. It is all about politics as usual. And in the history of Ghana, from Kwame Nkrumah time, this is the first time a government is thinking of employing 10,000 people every year in the security agencies, and then 40,000 total in a year. Now, in 4 years. So this is a big step. This is a huge step. We are very huge. We should not underestimate the John Mahama yet. Because no government can come in place and say they are going to recruit less than what John Mahama is now proposing or what they have decided to do. Meaning, lots and lots of young people are going to be given job now. So why should any politician today say, I have a problem with it. It was initially 5,000. Now it is 10,000. So in a year, it is 40,000. Aptitude test. The children who registered. Now, he goes back to his constituency. AfenyoMarkins did their all about this registration and inquiry for Bojumani is because you see, in the past, they used to get a lot of protocols. And then a more powerful constituency. And for the 8 years, you know, every time you have police, you have immigration, you have fire service, now they are able to control the numbers into a constituency. No, now police. Then they use the same kits to frustrate people during elections. And no Canada Japan money the likes for years. And for the 8 years, no, then AfenyoMarkins say, "Okay, futua." No, I call it Sanko immigration. I call it Sebiko police. Into what they do is say during election day, police na no masako fi mania de wasaba ho your post your maba krum ho. Then they turn the police into tags. Into those boys now, police, you know, then they bring those boys back to their constituencies during election. Now, this is the first time I get that opportunity, you know. Into this guy like this, I can tell you on authority, but AfenyoMarkins, because of what you and Samira did, I will take your seat from you. Everybody in Ghana is surprised about this statement, but it will happen in 2028. So AfenyoMarkins, they will control a futu. Me, I will take the seat and he will never understand. After that, because of the plan you and Samira plotted against me, I will take you out of parliament. Ubetumaye anything. You can manipulate, do everything. Your gap is big, but you will lose in 2028. And I will take this seat from you. You will never understand. And that will be the end of your political career. I am telling you, because of you, what you and Samira did. And you know what I am talking about. That thing you people decided to do. I will make sure you will never enter parliament after 2028. You can say whatever you want to say. You can say you have the numbers in your constituency. You can say you are the controller of Efutu. You have all the numbers. May say what will happen to you in 2028 elections. You will never get over it. And that will shock you to the point it will be tough for you to walk from your room to your bedroom. From your bathroom to your bedroom. You will never understand. Because that thing you did, I will never forgive you. You and Samira, never. Now, Orie, you know, Tiasema Oko the constituency, Oko kachire the young people in his constituency. This is the message he's selling. Ewo eye the constituency. Tie.
The propaganda. She recruitment of crowd more yet. I bet an scam. Oh, Sebi, who say 500,000 out of forms. What can offer some aptitude test be? Ed disqualified. We are using 200,000 are qualified for medicals. Meanwhile, the vacancy is 5,000. Obi Kocha medicals 1,600 Ghana cedi. Even 20% a pass medicals are 20,000. How would you take them? Maybe I catch a win by you to say. So be on him say when you medicals message on comment. Man and go, how do you take them? Maybe I catch a win by you to say. So be on him say when you medicals message on comment. Man and go, at the end a scam. You take them. Maybe I catch a win by you to say. So be on him say when you medicals message on comment. Man and go, at the end a scam. Because who go bosia e dey akotua medicals. Who pass from so we faili. Omaji usikedi. Yani aban ne kasa ontie you take them. Me dey ma catch a win by you to say. So obi onim say wenya medicals message on comment ka man nko ade ne scam.
AfenyoMarkins at the constituency. What you say catch the young people in his constituency. Also, I catch a futu. The youth don't want to say. So, be crowd pass it near sending the message say we qualify. Uncle medicals, na yemfa de juma, wa catch omu nyina se momonko na ye scam. This is a member of parliament. You see, kwasia we ade choba begina parliament, abe catch Ghana for say the youth don't have jobs. The youth have paid money. The government is owing the youth. What would you oye? Or call the constituency no? Or so I catch the constituency and say Immebru no more no qualify na. Yes, your mumbra and medical test or see mama munko because they are buying yeno a scam. But kwasia we a China or what parliament. Say a buying yenina yentieno na adwene yɛmfa nkyekere man kwasia wei mu ne ɛhwɛ ɔmo from honorables. Oh, you see the reason why I don't use honorable anyhow? You see the reason why I don't use honorable anyhow? Kwasia wei ɛyɛ de no be honorable. A process, employment process a ɛkɔ so a aban as magana for mebru no. Wa call the concept I catch a futu young people no. Ɔma qualify say mama mko aban a scam. And this same person, kwasia we be parliament. Oh, and Bruno, mama mwajuma, what are you doing? You know, you need to give them job. And kwasia we na nenko for no mwajuma no so mama munko because he just wants to make the government unpopular. It is not about anything. Oh, you see the idea. San kwasia fo we mama too much room. Kwasia we go parliament na youth na ho no akoto apetesiama en kwasia fo no mo winiba no nti immebru no mo no de one so oto apetesiama mo osahene aba na almost tonwom no tutuntosiogu mo ho na otutuntosiogu mo no tutuntosiogu no ho omu yom so de ba ma o de ode ye omo ano no ohun so mo agimi ende me no ka say adwuma bia ni winiba adwuma bia ni ho kwasia we nkofo akọ school enya akọ through a process na ebia lucky na say yatumia from some medical sir a member of parliament need to work at from some obi anko a scam. And you see these people kwasia we they are sorry na kwasia we a leader of a party in parliament. Then I sit here and say let these people come to power na me aboa we only preko difference be ni wom kwasia mpenyi we ni preko difference be ni wom. Then somebody sits somewhere else and say, oh, we the honorable, a filthy, dirty guy, or could you be yiri? Na nipa ni nua bema repi obi, and then sakika obi mba kwasia wait was a lawyer. Calls people on phone, threaten people. What could you be yiri and was threatening nipa no kwasia? A dirty, selfish man like this. Jimmy Foey, near Tigana to some kwasia. So then some people be grassroots for ye AfenyoMarkins or Makasembi or Jimmy mo grassroots for be. They are fooling you people. Because AfenyoMarkins no number na open in Kofoko police some dia bedani omo into tags in his constituency. Send by during elections no omo to botuo awo was second. That's what he has been doing these years. See akoya legitimate elections ewo AfenyoMarkins constituency ultimately we need that. I'm telling you. Akwa we. Yakoya legitimate elections. AfenyoMarkins Owia Kwame A+ constituency ni bi. This guy. Yes. Kwame A+ constituency no. AfenyoMarkins he at the end of the day election biano owia sa side ni bi be can vote ho. I can come here and break down to you. AfenyoMarkins sa the constituency no Kwame A+ the constituency no there is a part is supposed to be Kwame A+ constituency. AfenyoMarkins ewia candidate ho. He has bullied his way to take those votes not or their candidate ho. See take your use vote if AfenyoMarkins can never win elections win it. And consistently that is what he has been doing for years. Me say me AfenyoMarkins me mani ura parliament be me 2028. I swear to God, you will never. The same way oko Asen South, sa Sofu Mokono, he will never enter parliament again in 2020.